Hello and greetings from Iceland, but I have a totally different video for you today, since I found a good reason to cover a special place in a special way. But a real estate agent was advertising one of the most special properties in Iceland, and one of the cheapest ones as well. So cheap that it made it to the news here yesterday. But I have done videos of similar kind before, because the real estate market is just one of the methods that I have to describe my country as is. And one of the cheapest houses in Iceland happens to be located in an earthquake region that I plan to speak about soon in details. So this will be a part of that story. But this is not any ordinary earthquake region. We are talking about the island Grímsey, the northernmost inhabited territory in Iceland, located off the North Shore, and the Arctic Circle runs through the island. It is therefore the only part of Iceland that is truly in the Arctic. The island has around 60 inhabitants and 1 million seabirds, so it's plenty of action on this rock, but it covers around 5.3 square kilometers, and at its highest point it's around 100 meters. The main industry around here is commercial fishing, but there is some agriculture there as well, and they collect seabird eggs, and tourism is a growing thing. So there are already 2 guest houses there. The island Grímsey has also one of Iceland's largest Arctic tern nesting sites and the largest puffin colony in Iceland. They come to nest around mid-April and leave in the beginning of August, meaning that this is a dream spot for those of you who do bird photography. But I have the feeling that this is also a fantastic place for astro and northern light photography. But there is very little light pollution there. And this is a location that very few use, which is a plus when it comes to commercial photography. The winters around here are dark though, but when the summer comes, there are no nights at all. So this is a place like no other in Iceland. And despite of the declining population in recent decades, there is a community center in town, a shop, library, indoor swimming pool. And until 2 years ago, a school from kindergarten to grade 8 was there, but the town lacks more families with children now. So this is classified as a fragile community, as we say often here, in risk of being deserted, although I doubt that it would come to that. But this isn't a place for just anyone, of course. But some fall in love with the place in the most mysterious way. Like this story that I found in order to bring a little history into this video, and that is a story of Willard Fisk, an American librarian and scholar. He saw the island from a ship in the year 1879, and that would change the life of many people, and his influences are still felt today on the island. As a young man, he became interested in Iceland and learned Icelandic in Copenhagen, and immediately began to collect Icelandic literature. Then he became a librarian and a professor at the Cornell University, and is the first person known to have taught Icelandic at an American university. And Fisk felt the need to educate my nation and show them the outside world, and soon became known in Iceland for this project, especially when books began to arrive in Icelandic libraries. His name was often mentioned in Icelandic newspapers, and his gifts made him a kind of national hero in my country. But as for Grímsey, the island he saw from the ship, something got to him, or the people who took on the struggle to live on the Arctic Circle. But Grímsey was also an island that acquired some reputation for its many good chess players. So Fisk donated very expensive and good chessboards to every household in the island, and then began to write letters to the islanders, who were to become his lifelong friends. And he would then give them a library, which he named the Island Library, and still exists there. But this is just a part of a longer story. Fisk is still remembered in Grímsey, and they still celebrate his birthday, which is the so-called national holiday of Grímsey, November 11th, and many children in the island were named after him during this period. So this island has some hidden magnetism to it, even from a distance, but the strange thing is that Fisk never set foot on it. Nor did he see the island as I'm showing it to you now. And now we have this house for sale there, on this Arctic island. It's the oldest standing house in the island, from 1905, in a fairly good condition. It's habitable, but in need of repair. And the asking price is 7.9 million Icelandic kronur. And I want to add that there are special rules that apply to foreign nationals. It's simpler for Europeans to buy a property in Iceland than others, and I'm leaving a link for that information package for fun. But this is a unique opportunity. But I do sometimes get requests of this kind in my comment section, so the links are there. But when it comes to geology and the island Grímsey, it is just by the Tjörnes fracture zone, and earthquakes in this area are quite common, but they come in chapters that can last for several days or weeks. I would not say it's dangerous to live there though, since there is no landslide risk there. And the island is fairly well connected to the mainland, and there is internet there. It's a ferry that serves the island 3 times a week. It takes like 3 hours to sail into Eyjafjörður. And it's also an airport there for regular flights to Akureyri, around 100 kilometers away, or the capital of North Iceland, where I'm located now. So this was just a must-have story in the collection. And of course to get the news to you that you can now move to the Arctic or simply buy the house to give it away to a boring family member that you want to keep as far away from you as possible and hope for unstable internet connection as well. But I'm not sure if the islanders would be grateful for that. And soon I will be covering the fracture zone around the island, but I used the summer to gather some footage from around there. And those are some of the mountains that you can see in the distance from the island and from the house. And if you buy it, you owe me a beer, because I'm not making any commission from this. And with that, I'm sending you best regards from this Arctic island with its invisible attraction that has melted the hearts of people all over the world.